Hello everyone, welcome to Ichimoku Trading Strategy. In this video we are going to talk about conversion line. Go a little bit more. You can go to the indicator part and use the and search it and use it in your chart like any other indicator. For example, like moving average, you can change the input of the indicator. As you can see in here we have 9:26:52:26. Well, this numbers comes from the Japanese weeks. In Japan, people work 6 days per week and 1 day is off. And unlike the forex market that 2 days are off per week in Japan, just 1 big is off per week, so in each week we have 6 days. So 99 candles or 9 days equals to 1 week and a half, 26 days equals to 1 month and 52 days equals to 2 months. These numbers comes from that. You can change this numbers, but if you want to trade it and if you're a beginner, there's no need to change them because they're working pretty well. But if you want to change them, you can change them based on your experience, based on your experiments that you've made it in the markets. For example, I changed these numbers and I want to see what numbers works the best in the Great Britain pound and use dollars for each instrument. You must search it or you can search it in Google, do it whatever you want. And also, you can change them based on the game theory. You have a gang theory for the future analysis, for time analysis, and some people in the new methods of Ichimoku strategy, they are using game theory to predict the market and use the time analysis. They are not using the Ichimoku anymore, but Ichimoku time analysis is great too, and we are going to talk about Ichimoku time analysis. But if you know about the gap theory, you can use that theory and you can change these numbers and you can change the numbers of the lines that we draw in the time analysis we will talk about in the next videos. Now let's talk about each of these lines. We go to the settings in this part, okay. In the inputs bar, you can change these numbers. You're not going to talk about it in here. Now we are going to talk about each of these lines in TradingView. These lines are written in English, but in most of the platforms and most of traders are using the Japanese names. So it is better to learn them by their Japanese names. And I am going to tell you their Japanese names. The conversion line is called Jenkinson. The baseline is called Key-Jensen lagging span, Chikou span, leading span A, Senko span A, leading span B, Chikou's single span, B and A plus background will be common cloud. Now let's see the 10 cancel at the first place and see what it's like. The 10 cancelled line is showed by blue and we can see it in here. The Tenkan Sun, a period of time is on 9. And what does it do? We will use the data of the last 9 candles, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So up to this candle we are going to look at the end of this candles. We will find the lowest low in here. This is the lowest low of this 9 candles and we will find the highest high. The highest high will be here. The highest high plus the lowest low divided by 2 will be this line, will be the Tenkan-sen line. Well, Tenkan-sen is looking like the moving average, but it is different from moving average because moving average is using the data of the last 9 candles, all of them in simple moving average. The datas are the same in these 9 candles, and exponential and weighted moving average the datas are different, but in here it has more weight than the 99th candle, but it is using all the data of all of them. But Tenkan-sen is using the data of 1 candle or just 2 candles, not more than 2 candles in here. The highest high was in here and the lowest low was in here. So it is just using the 2 candles. But if you have a big candle, it may happen that the highest high and the lowest low is in 1 candle. It is using the just 1 candle, actually. Let's go and see moving average. This is a moving average and it is 9 candles. Let's change the color. Okay, as you can see they are totally different. So keep in mind that Tenkan-sen and moving average are different. Now let's talk about 10 guests and other bit more. Tenkan-sen can be used to show us the short-term trend. For example, in here you can see that the trend is downtrend. We have a downward trend in this part and it is a short trend, and here too. So Tenkan-sen is showing us a downtrend. When the Tenkan is flat, for example in here and in here, it means that the market is becoming flat too. As you can see in this part, The market is somehow flat in comparison to this moves or in comparison to this moves. Do you know why the Tank Athens is flat is in here? You know the answer.